Who's gonna start it this time? Because last time I started. Do you want to start?
You already started.
Okay. Hi guys. I kind of like the format we did last time where we were both sitting down.
Yes, and I'm desperate.
What?
I don't know.
Help. Just anything.
I've lost it.
So it
Lots
was
has happened, but keep going.
the last time. Did you see the comments on the last video of like you interrupting me?
No.
Oh, okay.
What did it say?
It said, "Why does Jesse keep interrupting Matt?"
Oh,
I found those very interesting to read.
I don't like doing that. I will have to keep an eye out.
I'm kidding, it's not a problem. So, yes, lots has gone on. As you can see, there's a very different backdrop to where we are now. And I was hoping to have a really beautiful day where we could sit outside and I could show you guys all like our outdoor area and the new backdrop, but it's currently, there's a moderate wind warning outside with 90 km/h winds. It's rain and the weather is dropping by about 10 degrees from last week to the end of this week. So that's really, really fun for us.
Do you maybe interrupt you, otherwise you don't stop poisoning me?
No, I think you're just throwing your 5 cents in, which I appreciate, but maybe not when I'm speaking. But it's not a problem, you can just interrupt me, it's fine. Well, let's get into it. So the move. I wanted to talk about it, I vlogged it also, so you guys are gonna be seeing some videos and some talking as we go. But, yes.
And I also have a video with moving the horses.
Oh yeah, so that will be coming out as well. I'm gonna show a couple of aspects of like the horses getting moved and stuff throughout this vlog, but if you want a real like full video of that, it's on Jesse's channel. But the whole process has been, I think, a much bigger undertaking than you and I first thought.
It's been interesting.
And I think we came to that realization on day one. Day one, we were like, okay, this is...
When was day one?
Day one is when the first things started to get packed. For like, before the moving company came and stuff. That was like, when we were like, okay, yeah, this is actually a lot of work. Good morning. So today is packing day. We're gonna start to slowly pack up this house. Excuse the mess, the house is like falling apart, but these couches are coming with us. Everything else is not. This is coming with us, obviously all the stuff on it. Nothing from in here is coming with us aside from like the art and those kind of things. Moving into here, this is coming with us. This is gonna be going into storage. This is coming with us. And then mostly everything upstairs is also sold. But we do have to like get rid of all of the stuff in all of the closets. This closet's also sold, which is so sad because this is like a really beautiful antique find. But you know, I'm sure if in the future we want something like this, we can outsource it again. And then there's gonna have to be like, you know, packing up all the kitchen, also like packing up our closets, like all the towels, the sheets, all that kind of stuff. So today we're just gonna get to it. We're just gonna start. I think the plan is, I was saying to Jess, I think the plan for today is we start to first slowly move all of the furniture, because I need to see like what decorations I want to keep on display in the new house. I use that term very loosely, in the apartment. And so I think we move all of that, we decorate it, and then once we know, okay, this is everything we need here, the rest we'll pack. Most of it will go into storage, and some of the clothes and stuff, of course, will come to the house. We also have some closets that need to get built at the house. And Yes's parents, which, look, they're literally just pulling up. There they are, Yes's parents. Let me go open the gate. You look like someone who's looking to either make a website or run your website on a better platform. Then Squarespace is where you need to be. Squarespace offers hundreds of already made templates where you can go in, pick your favorite one, still customize everything you want. You don't need to have any coding knowledge. It's super user friendly. I run my shop on there. I've been running my website on Squarespace for almost 4 years now. I truly love the user experience. It's so easy to use on the go as well. You can make quick changes on your phone, whether it's updating stock levels, changing text, or changing the photos as well. If this sounds like what you're looking for, then do use my link, which is www.squarespace.com/Harnacke. In doing so, you receive 10% off your first purchase of a website website or a domain. Let's take a couple steps back and I want to show you guys a couple of before photos of this apartment. I don't have like a full tour yet because things are still getting fully finalized, but I'm going to show you guys some photos of what this place used to look like. And we've done quite a lot of work. So we've like repainted all the walls, we've redone the flooring, all the furniture in here is ours, so all of that got taken in. We have a new oven, so a new fridge. We just did a lot to this space as well. So kind of simultaneously as everything was happening at home, things were also getting done here as well. I think that definitely added an extra element of stress to the whole situation. So we were quite lucky that for the first couple of days we had help from Jesse's parents, from Dominique and her husband Nick, that did an incredible job kind of like assisting us. First thing that we did was we just looked at the furniture because we also didn't know exactly how everything was going to be going here in the apartment because it is very small. So the first thing that we did is like we just like tagged all the furniture that we knew was coming with us, and we moved that ourselves in the truck. First pieces are being loaded. I love the like old antique scheme that we have. It kind of looks like we're moving out someone's grandma's house, I was saying to Jesse. But the first pieces are being moved. They're going. Can you believe it? Who would have thought when we first moved in here that we would be looking at this? Moving out, moving house. Hello, how are you feeling?
Stressed, but not from this.
Yes, they're stressed because they're currently removing the roof, the old roof on one of the stables there, which means we can't store any of the straw, but we have straw coming because we don't have any straw left. So the question is where to put it.
And it's a lot.
Yeah.
But everything works itself out, so I should release my stress, let it go, and then I'm sure it will be okay because tomorrow, once it's done, and then it's fine.
Yeah, and I mean, our main focus is this right now also. So let's just think about that and the rest. I can call up this guy and give him 1 or 2 words in English and tell him to half the order. Otherwise, it's not possible. 300 bales of straw is not going to be possible when we don't have a roof. So we will figure it out. This is a little apartment. We've already unloaded the truck. Here you can see the console table. This is where the TV is going. Doggies. You can see it's not a bad view, is it? From in here. There's a cute kitchen here. This is our new fridge with an ice maker, living the American dream continuously. Yeah, and the kitchen's not too bad. It's all quite small and cozy. All the lights are getting done this afternoon by the electrician. But the idea is that it'll be couches and the TV on top. That's the vibe. Start to really put everything here in the apartment for at least so we knew, okay, the couches are going there, that table's going there. And then once the stuff started to come, it could already start to be put away.
We did a lot of trips back and forth.
Yeah, there was a lot of going back and forth with the truck.
Luckily it's closed.
Second load going through, it's the couches. It's the biggest things that are gonna kind of get moved today. After this, there's a couple of small things. Oh yeah, and this little tray thing, all antique. But yeah, that's kind of like the biggest stuff for today, I think. And then it's a lot of like packing boxes, which is not going to be fun. I'm not looking forward to that at all. But yeah, I'm getting the horse experience. And yes, he's playing with the ventilator, thinking he's funny. He can see me through the camera. It's actually quite cool in here. Look. I'm getting like a nice little scenic view out. It's pretty quiet also. These horses don't have it too bad, do they? And then so Dominique's husband, Nick, assembled like a lot of the wardrobes in the bedroom. So like all the clothes are put away.
And worst jobs.
Yeah, awful. And then Jan Willem, your stepdad, built also like the cabinets for the shoes and like the kitchen island and just a couple of those things. Yes and I are really bad at doing all of that kind of stuff. So I'm really glad people that care and love for us stepped in to do that and to help us. So a big thank you to them. But then the next job came of like having to pack and put everything in a box. Both things that we are going to be bringing here to fill this house and stuff that we need, but also all the stuff that was going to go into storage. It's normal when you look this way, but then when you turn around, it's all going. Can't believe that. All the things are coming out off the wall. All the art's gonna come down. bit by bit, it's happening. Here already the table's gone. I don't know if you guys remember there was like a table here. Yeah. There was a couple of pieces of furniture as well that were going into storage, but for the most part it's boxes of things and just organizing stuff.
I don't think I packed one box.
No. No, I don't think you did either.
I packed some bags and brought like a lot of stuff to places, but I don't think I packed because you did that with my mom and with Dominique mostly.
Yeah, so I think, and I already started actually the whole process, like all this horse stuff, I already did a couple of weeks ago. Like our whole garage, I gutted and completely took everything out. I already at the time did a big selection of things we were keeping, stuff we were donating. And so that already happened. So all that kind of was taken care of already. And then with the help of everybody else and your mom and stuff, we did all the boxes and you kind of helped move stuff around.
I'm not the most delicate person, so it's not the best for me too.
It was extremely stressful. Also because like Yes and I really wanted to make sure that like when our old home was handed over, that everything was like clean and tidy with the gardens inside the house, kind of like everything was really presentable. We didn't just want to like leave things dirty or like half done. So there was a lot of work also, not only just moving and getting everything here settled, but also there. So it was a lot of back and forth. It was really long days. It was like, as soon as like we started moving in here full time and losing that sense of home, I think that also really threw us out of our rhythm.
We only had that for one night, 2 nights.
Yeah, but it was weird. It was strange living here and still going back to our old house.
We went back the last day. I don't know if you want to go in this order, but in the last day we had to go back really early and drive the tractor, remember?
Oh yeah, we went back to the house really early so we could drive Betsy back here because we were keeping her. And then that same day we went to the notary, signed everything, and the home was officially handed over to the new owners. Yeah, so that kind of very roughly brings us to today. The horses moved. I think honestly the horses were like the easiest thing to move. Horses are getting moved. Last time they're gonna be here. Chase already has his winter coat. You ready?
Yes, so.
You ready, buddy? Time for our next adventure, huh? Already having a little mow. We're just placing him in here for a second. He's not bothered about the move whatsoever for now. This is actually our window here, so we have a perfect view of him as well. But he won't be staying here. He's going in the stable in there with Macho. So when Macho comes, they'll go in there together. Oh my god, yes, so there's so many heads now.
I know. I think also it is nice when you move them all together. But it also can upset them when they're like not fully seeing each other.
Yeah. Like compared to everything else, it went really smoothly. I feel like they were all for the most part pretty chill.
It was a bit stressful for me, and I feel just, especially with the dogs as well, that we saw their like childhood home, and with the horses like their little place there. So I think personally I didn't think that was like the least stressful. Like moving a couch was less stressful for me.
Yeah, but I think because that involved, like, I think we had a lot of stress around that, but it was nice that at least that they were settled. Like that at least gave me, because imagine if they were like unsettled and screaming and trying to like jump out of the boxes and stuff, no. Like we would have been like, oh god, this is like the last thing we need right now.
No, they were really good.
Yeah, they were really good. So we were quite happy about that actually. Yeah, so that all of that ran really smoothly, and now I guess the question is, how are we settling in now? How is life looking like? What is an everyday like? I'll let you take that first. I think you're speaking about it in a really, like, you can be honest. You don't have to like sugarcoat. No, you don't have to sugarcoat it, but you can be honest.
Well, I'm struggling, yeah, but no. I had a
mental health crippling.
I had a mental breakdown, but for the rest, I'm okay. Like, it has nothing to do with this place, because this place is really good and nice. Yeah. It's just
I think it was a lot more taxing, a lot more emotional, a lot more sad.
And not having time to
our
process it even, really.
No, because we were so busy in the moving part, so it's not like you have this, like, you romanticize it in your head and you're like, oh, I'm gonna have this beautiful walk around the property for one last time with a cup of coffee. There wasn't even time to blink. There wasn't time for anything. We had to get so much stuff done.
The last morning, I was sitting in the field for a second, even though it was raining. And you were like, telling me to hurry. I took 1 minute to sit in the field.
Yeah, because it's just like we just didn't even have 1 minute, and I think that's where we really realize our age is we severely sometimes underestimate things like this because we haven't done it that much. Like we've never like sold a home and packed it all up, packed our whole life up to be moved. So we just thought, oh yeah, in a couple of days it's done. No, no, that's not how it works. Even with a moving company, it's just not how it works.
And I did want to leave it last minute so we could spend as much time as possible still in there, but maybe it would have been better to start a few more days.
Yes, I think honestly earlier. Like 2 weeks before if we could have. But okay, we've learned from it. If you are hearing this and you have to move, double the amount of time you think you'll need, and then you should be fine. I think I definitely agree with you. I'm not settled here yet. It doesn't feel like home yet. I feel extremely stressed and overwhelmed by everything just because it feels like I've lost like my safety blanket and the thing that every day like reassured me and made me feel like comfortable and relaxed and recharged. I've lost that. So even now when I don't know how it's happening also, but like every day we finish at midnight. So I don't know what's going on.
Something we always did that.
But here it like feels different. I don't know how that works, but it's gonna be a process and we know that. And we're still super grateful we get to be with our horses. And we're still in a very privileged position. So it's certainly not that we're sitting here complaining like, oh, boo-hoo, we rent our own stables and we have to live with our horses. It's not like that. It's more just like, it's a process to lose a home that you love and that you've created and made your own. And I think we severely underestimated that. This is what's been helping. I did also have today a conversation with our real estate agent, and he said that, because we also told him, we said, okay, we're quite busy in October, so we need just a second to breathe. But in November, we should have a couple of interesting properties coming up. Some that are already for sale, some that are like silent sales, but places that we can go look at. So that's gonna be really exciting to start that whole process. And I think that will keep us seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, and that will definitely help for you. I know that for sure.
Yeah, no, exactly.
It will be okay.
Yeah, it will be okay. But yeah, I think that's everything for now in terms of the moving and where our head is at and what we're up to. I actually created a little group on Instagram. You can now have like subscriptions on Instagram, and I made a little subscription group where I share a lot of like this stuff and the in-between, and there's sometimes a lot that I can't say yet publicly on like my main channels because it's not set in stone. But also even with the house, I would have loved to be able to like talk through the thought processes as we were kind of going through it. And that's what I have this page for. So you can just go on my Instagram and subscribe on there and you'll be allowed into that section. It's a very private section. And that I feel like then creates a place where I can share more intimate stuff about like what's going on behind the scenes, our decision-making processes, even stuff with my horses, all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested, definitely check that out. But I think for today, that's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this moving vlog. If you want to see how the horses got on in better detail, do check out Jesse's video. But for now, it's a goodbye from our little caravan. We are moved. We've closed that chapter of our lives.
Yeah.
And we're starting another, which is daunting and exciting at the same time.
Yeah, so don't let this be too negative. We're just sharing everything we're feeling right now in the moment.
Yeah, it's not about being negative, it's just about being real, you know?
Yes.
It's not all sunshine and roses like it can appear on Instagram. Sometimes
especially
things
like
are tough.
the weather right now.
Yeah, it's a cyclone in our life right now. It's a cyclone, yeah. Okay, well, thank you all so much for watching, and we're gonna catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.